Okay.
Namaskar, good
Namaste.
morning, Sat Shri Akal.
Morning. Nepal.
We have come to the our shows Dekho Apna Desh or Dikhao Apna Desh. Without wasting our time, let's start the journey of Taste of Calcutta and let's see the street of Calcutta. Leena Di, over to you.
Thank you, Motoshi. Namaste. I'm Leena from Calcutta. Whenever we go to a place, we try to explore the monuments, the architecture, the culture, dress, food, and many other things. When we are talking about Calcutta, most of the people will say Victoria Memorial Hall, Howrah Bridge, Indian Museum, Dakshineshwar, Flower Market, and many other places. Many people they just come to Calcutta to cross the ferry from Calcutta to Howrah side or Howrah side to Calcutta side. As per a survey, whenever a tourist goes to a destination, 25% of the budget, the travel budget, is kept aside just for the food and beverage section. And that means more number of tourists will increase the profit of the local community as well as the local government budget also. Eating food from the street side stall is always cheaper than going to have a meal inside a big restaurant. In 2018, Calcutta was considered one of the cheapest street food city of India. The food sector or this all the food and beverage sector is considered an informal sector which contributes a lot to the main hospitality industry. The food related to tourism can allow the traveler to get the desired goal of relaxation, excitement, education, and lifestyle. The food and beverage of a destination becomes as motivator for tasting authentic local food, which leads the tourist for cultural exploration of that particular destination to understand the different culture. A good food experience helps to increase the attractiveness of the destination and increasing visitor satisfaction and revisit intention. When a person decides about a destination, gastronomy becomes one of the strategic sectors alongside climate, transportation, accommodation, landscape, and many other parameters. As food industry contribute to the generation of wealth and empowerment and employment generation, creating value for the entire industry and promotion of the country. When we talk about the cultural capital of India, Kolkata, it's a heaven for the foodies. You can understand. Just look at me, how big I am. And I'm a big foodie. And this is a heaven for the foodies, especially for the people with a sweet tooth. Bengali sweets are famous and certainly needs no introduction. But the spicy, tangy, and absolutely mouth-watering street foods of Kolkata will leave you undecided whether you like the sweetmeats more or you like the Bengali spicy cuisine more. The moment people think about the food of Kolkata, first thing comes in their mind is a non-vegetarian food. But when you explore the streets of Calcutta or the cuisines of Kolkata, then you will understand it's not the case. Most of the foods are the vegetarian foods. When we talk about the tastes of Kolkata, we have got the different segments: breakfast, lunch, tea time snacks, evening snacks, and then we have got all the snacks for in between the dinner and the evening snacks, then dinner. And we are like the French people who talk in the breakfast about lunch, lunch about the tiffin snacks in the evening, at that time about dinner, and again at dinner, the breakfast for next day. So we just talk like that way. So when we are talking about the breakfast, so that is the beginning, the first food of the day, the first meal of the day. Most of the houses in Kolkata, we have the handmade bread or roti, or in Bengali we call it ruti. And let me tell you one thing. Most of the places I have used a typical Bengali pronunciation, cha, ruti, boda, all these things to give you the authentic flavor of the Kolkata foods or the Kolkata taste. So either luchi or ruti or porota, or sometimes the people who are having the street food, they are having the bread butter or toast or they have omelette and bread, or the boiled egg. And when I'm talking about breakfast, early in the morning, people goes for a walk and then they have the tea. And for tea, it's a Balwant Singh Dhaba, the spicy ginger tea with lots of sauce or cardamom over there. And there are many people who are health conscious. They go for the detox drink. And in the morning and in the evening, many people they have the samosa. In Bengali, we call that shingara and jilipi or jalebi. And it's the whole day you can have that. And I think I have talking too much. Let me start with the street food and thing initially. These are the 24 street foods which I have selected for you. These are the top 24 as per me. But there are many other street foods are there. So in the morning, what we do? The first thing we have got the cha or the tea. So let me start with the tea stall. Here you can see the two types, the permanent one and the small one, which they can move from one place to another place. In both the places, they serve the tea in the clay pot. And along with that, cake and the bakery biscuit, bread butter toast, omelette, all that's there. In the next slide, you are going to see the bread butter toast shop next to the tea stall. And over there, you can see some sweets also. The jalebi and the papur bhaja, the chariot festival or the Ratha Yatra is coming. On that day, in every lane, by lane, corner of the street, you will find the temporary makeshift stalls are there who are selling the jalebi and the papur bhaja. That's the essential flavor of the street on the day of the Ratha Yatra. In the next slide, I'm going to show you about tele bhaja. It's a sort of a deep fried vegetable. You can do it with onion, potato, cauliflower, green chilies, any vegetables you like. You have to make a beautiful batter with the gram flour, mix the carom seeds or the onion seeds and little bit red chili powder, cumin powder, mix the batter, and then put the vegetable inside that, deep fry and have it with the mustard sauce, or you can have it without anything, just the crispy. This is a piazzo for you, and for us, the Bengali people, this is the piaji. And trust me, if you try the tele bhaja alone with a cup of hot tea, you will love that. And during the monsoon, we love to have this type of tele bhaja whenever there is a splash of shower. In the next slide, I'm going to show you the shingara and the nimki, which is always a partner. It's a combo thing. Tea and, or rather, cha and the shingara and nimki. And in Bengal, we have the tea, the milk tea is there. Then we have got the black tea. But black tea is known as the Lal-Cha because of the color, the red color of the tea. We call it Lal-Cha. Sometimes the black salt is added, or sometimes the hajmola tablets are added to give the taste, or sometimes just the lemon juice is added. In the next one, I'm going to show you one of the healthy one. This is the ghugni chaat with the yellow peas, boiled yellow peas. Then they are added with ginger paste, cumin, coriander, and other things, and then they are prepared. Over there on my left hand side and your right hand side of the screen, you will see on a pan, they are cooking it, and it's always hot because just below that they have got a burner, so it's always piping hot. They mix this yellow uh, peas with the spices, and then they serve it in a sal leaf utensil or a pot. And then they add the lemon juice, black salt, the dried mango powder, chopped onions, chopped green chilies, chopped coriander. And you know, when the kids are with you, they also love to have. Mujhe bhi chahiye. I also need that thing. So at that time, the kids are given just that yellow pea boiled one, a little bit cumin powder, black salt powder, and lemon juice, a little bit coriander leaf, and onion, chopped onion, so that they will have the street food also. In the next one, I'm going more healthy one. That's a sprout chart. Throughout the day, you can have it. And when the sprout chart vendor is not selling, he is taking shelter behind the sprout chart vending tray so that he can get some shade out of that. And in the next one, I'm going to give you the taste of the most wanted one, the fuchka and the churmur. You know what are the English names for fuchka? Fried wheaten cake, fried puff pastry, or watery bread, crispy sphere, spicy water ball. But we love it as fuchka. So that's the fuchka and the flattened fuchka with the mashed potato, with the spices and the tamarind pulp and the lemon juice. Those are served to you as churmur. Both are very delicious, and whenever you just cross any fuchka stall, you will love to have them because that aroma of the tamarind and the lemon juice makes you hungry. In the next one, I'm going to show you one of the typical delicacy from Bengal, not only from Indian part of Bengal, but also from the eastern part of the undivided Bengal, today's Bangladesh. This is called ghoti garum. You can see the utensil ghoti or lota. So inside this, they give the seo or the chanachur, and along with that roasted peanut, sometimes the roasted cornflakes are also there, and then they put it on this lota, put this inside the lota, and this at the bottom of the lota below that they have got a small container where they have got the burning charcoal, which keeps this pot hot. And when it is ready for serving, then they add the lemon juice, tamarind pulp, other spices, chopped onions, chopped coriander, chopped green chilies, and your ghoti garam is ready. And if you visit Chandanagar, then over there you will find a person who dances like Michael Jackson and serves you the ghoti garam. In the next one, we are going to see another mouth-watering, tangy thing, jhalmuri or the spicy puffed rice. Over there, all the ingredients are there, and instead of the puffed rice, you can use the boiled potato. That's the aloo kabli over there. The same ingredients are used. That's the aloo kabli. When I was a kid, I didn't get the jhalmuri because it was too spicy. But I used to get that aloo kabli, but without the spice. Just the boiled potatoes, the boiled chickpeas, boiled peas, boiled yellow peas, along with that black salt, lemon juice, or chopped onions. That's it. And I was so happy that I'm having aloo kabli. During the puja, we used to have that. So it's mouth watering. I'm really feeling that I should have that aloo kabli right now after this webinar. And Jhalmuri is so famous. In the next slide, you are going to see one of the UK chefs came to Calcutta and he fell in love with Jhalmuri. So when he went back to UK, he started his moving truck with the Jhalmuri. And you remember that during the 2019 World Cup matches, he sold the Jhalmuri outside the Oval Stadium. In the next one, I'm going to show you another typical thing from Kolkata, the kathi rolls. These are typically the kebabs. In the wooden skewers, you make the kebabs. It can be vegetarian kebab or the vegetables or with the paneer or the cottage cheese or with the chicken, beef, fish. Yeah, basically you have to prepare the tikka kebab. And now you know what are the things you can use for that. You make the tikka kebab, make a crispy paratha, and inside that put all these tikka kebabs, put lemon juice, black salt and black pepper powder, green chilies, chopped onions, roll it and wrap it in the paper. Your kathi roll is ready. And it is said that kathi roll was invented by the Nizam restaurants in the 1930s. In the next one, I'm going to give you another one. That's a deme devil, but it's really good. If you come to Calcutta, you must have that from Dil Kusha or Six Paliganj place. And the Dimek devil, basically, it is done with the duck egg. You have to boil the duck egg, and then you have to either you can half that or you can cover the whole duck egg with the mashed potato, minced meat thing with lots of garam masala, especially the clove, which will create the hotness inside your tongue. And then you prepare that filling, and then you wrap it, that egg, you put the egg in the middle, wrap it from the outside, put it in the egg batter, breadcrumb, deep fry, and have it with the mustard sauce. Mustard sauce and the street foods of Kolkata are integral part. You cannot say that you stay away and you have it. But when you dip the thing in the mustard sauce or the kashundi, it just enhances the taste of the street food. So that's the ultimate table. But you can replace the egg altogether with the paneer, and instead of using the chicken minced chicken or the minced mutton, you can use the soya chunk. So it is also a vegetarian you can convert. The next slide, I'm going to show you the fish fry, the fish cutlet, the chicken chop, cutlet, chicken chop, fish chop, all the things are there. And in the next slide, something is waiting for you. Kobiraji. Kobiraji, you have the fish fillet or the chicken fillet, and then you marinate that. You dip that in the egg batter, deep fry that, and you mesh, create a mesh or netty thing with the residual part of the egg batter in which you dip that fillet, and create the mesh or the net on the top of that chicken piece or the fish piece, or you can replace it with the paneer also, because many people they take egg but not fish and the chicken, so you can have it. And you can create that with also corn flour. You have to do a little bit trial and error, then you can do that. And why this name Kobiraji came? Because Rabindranath Tagore, the Nobel laureate, he was a big foodie, and he wanted to have the fish fry, but he didn't like the crust, the thick crust of the uh, fish cutlet or the fish fry. So the chef, he invented this type of thing. And when he served that to Rabindranath Tagore, he loved to have that. And as Kobe agreed to have that, so from that Kobiraji, or it was served to the Nobel laureate, and he was the greatest poet of the time. So it is known as from Kobiraj to Kobiraji. Or another version says that it was a coverage cutlet from that Kobiraji. So in the next one, I'm going to show you one of the Mughlai delicacy, the Mughlai paratha, which came to Calcutta with the arrival of the English East India Company's main trading center in Calcutta. Because before that, all these things used to be produced at Murshidabad, which was the capital of Bengal at that time. But when they came here, they brought this because the ships came here. During the time of Jahangir, as per the research shows, that during the time of Jahangir, they started in the Murshidabad Royal Court. Uh, they were served by the chefs of the royal kitchen. Inside this, either chicken or the mutton, minced one, mixed with mashed potato and the egg batter. And you have to make a rectangle paratha, crispy paratha thing. But before frying, you have to place all filling inside. You wrap it like an envelope, deep fry, and have it with the chicken or the mutton side dish or the aloo torkari. In the next slide, I'm going to show you luchi and aloo torkari. That's the aloo dam or aloo torkari. Sometimes you have it with this tarkari with the Mughlai paratha. So that's the regular breakfast or evening snacks or dinner for the Bengali people, the luchi and the tarkari. In the next one, after all these salty things, we need something sweet because we have got a big sweet tooth. So we have got the Roshagulla invented by Nobin Chandra Das. And how can Pantua or Lady Kenny be far behind? So Gulab Jamun or Pantua or Lady Kenny is there. In the next slide, I'm going to show you a jalebi or jalebi, but with a difference. This is the chanar jalebi. The cottage cheese is mixed with castor sugar, cardamom powder, cardamom seeds. They are kneaded and then they are made like that spiral shape, the first one. Then they are deep fried, put it in the sugar syrup and ready to serve. So your chana jalebi is ready. So in your next visit to Kolkata, don't forget to have the chana jalebi. Then we have got the yummy mishti doi, the sweet yogurt, and the normal yogurt is there. So mishti doi, roshogun, these are the part of the Bengali food. And suppose I'm crossing one of the sweet shop, and almost all of a sudden I got an sudden attack. Oh, I need to have a cup of doi, and it is done in the cooler, the clay pot. So till now, whatever you saw, already you have seen lots of natural things we use, either sal leaf utensil or the banana leaf or the clay pot. So these are all the indirect employment generation, because already in the beginning I told you that it creates lots of employment generation and the economic activity. Though the food industry is an informal sector, but it contributes a lot to the formal economy. And in the next one, get set ready. What is coming from North India? The doi bora. This is the normal doi bora, but nowadays we have got the paneer dahi bora or the keema dahi bora. So you can use your creative mind to create the beautiful different types of bora, and you can have it just like the doi bora is the Bengali version of the dahi bhalla. In the next one, I'm going to show you the influence of Oud on Bengal. When Wazid Ali Shah came to Calcutta along with him, many of his followers and his court members, they came, but they didn't have that much money. So his chef told that Nawab Sahab, we cannot feed all these people with lots of chicken and mutton pieces in the biryani. So I have got an idea. We can use the potato inside the biryani. And when we introduce the potato, that will be a wholesome meal, because chicken or mutton will be there, potato will be there, the rice is already there. So from then onwards, the potato became an integral part of the Kolkata biryani or the Calcutta biryani. And nowadays you get a chicken or a mutton piece or a beef piece, and you get a potato and an egg. But let me tell you one thing. This is the non-veg biryani. We have got the paneer biryani. We have got the kanthal or the raw jackfruit biryani. So again, creativity. You just create and think what you want to make, and you can prepare that. So that's the, as I told you, that when we go to Hyderabad, we try to have the Hyderabadi biryani. The way whenever someone decides to visit Calcutta or any destination, there is a food list. Many times I explore, many guests who come and they say that we want to taste all these Bengali foods are there. And as because I have to select only a few, I could not accommodate the other. Just like the main courses, we have got the aloo posto, the poppy seed one, or the khaskhas one. But I'm sorry, I could not add that over here. In the next slide, I'm going to take you to South India, which is the dosa, idli, and vada. From early morning till late night, we have got this. We can have it as tiffin, we can have it as snacks, we can have it as lunch or dinner, because these are crispy things and these are very freshly cooked things and not a big punch in your pocket. In the next one, we are going to go to the western part of India, pav bhaji. And you know, sometimes what happens in the bread, which is fried with the butter, one side of the bread, they put the mustard paste also, the mustard sauce, the kashundi, and they have it. That's a Bengali touch to the pav bhaji. I know many authentic pav bhaji lovers, they will say, oh, you have totally made it change. But trust me, you try this thing and you will have a different taste. That's the taste with a twist. So the next one, we are going to have the foreign influence on in Calcutta street food, momos, the Tibetan food. We have got the different type of dumplings in the among the Bengali people, like the muitha or the chapra. Because when we create something and we just, you know, the gatteka sabji, so that type of thing over there we make that like that way. But sometimes we just flatten it in our palm. So that in the Bengali version of that is called the chapra. Or when we do like that way, it is called the muitha, because in Bengali we call this mutho. So from that muitha. So that is basically from the eastern part of Bengal. And the next one is the Chinese influence. So we have got the chili chicken. And if chili chicken is there, how can chow mein be far behind? In the next slide, I'm going to show you one of the shop with lots of Chinese foods, with noodles, chow mein, and all these things. And these were the first 24 things. And I'm going to show you a few more mouth-watering snacks from Kolkata streets. In the next slide, I'm going to show you the dahi chaat vendor over there. And after that, I have got in that slide, we have got pakora. So the person who sells the pakora, he brings utensils full of the lentil batter. And those lentil batters are mixed with cumin seeds and carom seeds, lots of spices, cumin powder, and then he prepares the pakora or the boda. In Bengali, we call that boda. And he is frying that, he is taking out those and then serving. But at that time, he's enjoying his mobile also. In the next one is the mixture of East and the West. Puri Sabji vendor is selling the pasta. Can you imagine? The East and the West is meeting together. Asia and Europe are together, and we are having that. In the next one, we are having the traditional Indian ice cream, that is the fruit kulfi. Usually we have got the normal kulfi, but nowadays fruit kulfi is more popular because when you prepare the milk, after that you add the pulp of any desired fruit. It can be mango, it can be lychee, it can be pineapple, whatever fruit you like, strawberry, avocado, anything. And you prepare the fruit kulfi, put that in the mold and just before 15 or 20 minutes before, or sometimes 10 minutes before, just bring it out and just knock it, and your kulfi is ready. In the next one, you will get the normal ice cream because people loves the ice cream. Whenever the kids are out on the street, the first thing in their mind is the ice cream. In the next one, we have talked too much about the triglyceride and the fatty things. So in the next one, the fresh fruits are there. And over there, you can see that lady, she is selling the fresh fruit salad. The fresh fruit salad are mixed with the black salt powder, a little bit of amchur or the dried mango powder, along with that kashundi or the mustard sauce. So you can see the fresh fruit salads are there. Next, I have got the lassi and the nariyal pani. So nariyal pani or the green coconut water is all-time favorite street food. It's a street drink, rather I should say, and the lassi. And over there you can see lots of clay pots are there. So you can relate in each of the slide how much employment generation, because here a person is supplying the milk, a person is preparing the curd, a person is selling the lassi, and another person is providing him the container in which he is going to serve the lassi. So one person is selling, but indirect employment is there. That means so many families are dependent on one sector. So like this way, it is creating a lot of impact on the local economy, in the state economy, in the national economy. In the next slide, I'm going to show you about the Sattu Sarbat and the sugarcane juice. So the Sattu Sarbat is always very popular and famous along with the sugarcane juice. Sattu, a pack of Sattu, uh, and over there you can see a clay pot. That is the cold water. Inside that pot, sometimes they put the ice also. Nowadays everyone is health conscious, so they prepare the ice with the mineral water. They put that, and whenever you order a sattu, they take out 1 glass of water and put half packet of the sattu, chopped onions, lemon juice, black salt, a little bit of the jaljeera powder, and they just churn that, put the rest of the powder, water, and serve it. And it will keep your tummy cool for 3 to 4 hours. And it's only 20 rupees. As I told you that in 2018, Calcutta was considered as the cheapest street food city of India. So in the next one, I'm going to show you some of the slides in the next segment where I will show you the different ceremonial foods or the ritual foods. We have got birthday, wedding, reception, the thread ceremony, the Aiburo Bhat or the bachelor food, and the baby shower. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you the Aiburo Bhat. Before the wedding takes place, the bride and the groom in their respective houses, they have the beautiful Bengal delicacies served to them as the bachelor, because after the marriage they will be twin. Till that time they are single. So this is the last bachelor food or the eyebrow bath. And over there you can see the conch shell and the flower and the paddy seeds. Because before the bride and the groom have the food, they get the blessings and lots of gifts also. In the next one, I'm going to show you about the shad or the baby shower. The same thing happened. The blessings, the food, and the gifts are there. And the next one is the bow bhat. On the if today is the wedding, then day after tomorrow is the bow bhat or the wedding reception. During the afternoon of the wedding reception, the beau or the newlywed bride, she cooks the rice for the first time for her in-laws, all the relatives of the in-law house or her husband's home. And she gets lots of gifts, jewelry, vermilion, the Bengal rose, and the foods are there. So that's the Bhovat afternoon food for the bride. In the next one, I'm going to show you about the non-veg prasad. In Bengal, we have got two types of prasad. One, which is done with the flour, when no rice or no uh, paddy is used, but only the foods are prepared from the wheat. So puri, balushai, lobongolotika, all these sweets are there, rasgullas are there, but no rice grain will be there. And in another, the rice grain will be there. And in the rice grain prasad, we have got two sections. One is the veg prasad and another one is the non-veg prasad. Here you can see mutton and the fish. But remember one thing. Here, when we prepare the non-veg prasad, no onion, no garlic. So the fish and the mutton been prepared with black pepper, green chili and the red chili and the ginger paste. So that's a non-veg prasad over there for you. And then in the next section, we have got the wedding food. Usually, we have got 15 to 16 types of courses are there, excluding the sweet and the salad and the starters. So here you can find all the things are there. Biryani on the corner. So nowadays, biryani is on the top list. Previously, it used to be hilsha, vetki, and the prawn. In the next slide, you are going to see the uh, pasta and the biryani. So the Awadhi cuisine with the Italian cuisine served in the Bengali wedding. In the next slide, you are going to see the momo and the kebabs. And when we are talking about wedding, how can I forget about paturi? So in the next slide, I'm going to show you the paturi. Paturi is done either with hilsha or with the bhetki fish, marinated with salt, a little bit of Gondoraj lemon juice, and then mustard paste with green chilies and 1 spoon of mustard oil. Wrap it on the glossy side of the banana leaf and then put it on the steamer. In South India, already you know that they have the food in the banana leaf. Actually, banana leaf got so many advantages. Number one, it got antioxidants called polyphenol, which restricts the growth of the cancer cell. Number two, it makes you hungry. It solves many of your digestive problems. It helps reducing your stomach problems. And it makes you hungry, as I told you. If you haven't tried your food with the banana leaf, try to have that. And you know, the combo of banana leaf and the kheer or the payas or the Bengal custard, you can say, with the rice. It's awesome. You just have to taste. That smell makes you hungry. In the next slide, I'm going to show you the salads. And over there, you can see in the next slide with the loki or the gourd, they have made that fish. In the next one, I'm going to show you the sweets. Already you have seen the chana jilipi, roshogolla, pantua, and the mishti doi. But there are many others, just like shita bhog, chanar pulao, different types of shandesh, balushai, lobongo lotika, shor bhaja, chom chom, malai chom chom. So here are some of the other Bengali sweets for you. Now I'm going to show you some of the fusion foods, because with the creative mind, we create the creative thing. There's a doodh kola, amdoi, baked shandesh, kima dahivara. Already I mentioned Mirinda fuchka. I think all of you love the fuchka. So next time you go to a fuchka vendor, tell him to prepare the Mirinda fuchka for you. That's a baked rashogola over there. So Make the bucket list for your next time visit to Kolkata. And the next one, I'm going to show you some of the area names where you will find the street foods. Here again, I can divide the things in two sections. Number one, where lots of street food stalls are there. So 15, 20, 50 stalls are there. And then you can choose your food from any stall. And then we have got one or two shops, and the street is famous just for that shop. So let's go for this journey. In the first one, I'm going to show you in the New Market area the snacks and the lassi shop all side by side. In the next one, you are going to see how the people they're sitting and enjoying their food, and the people they're doing shopping. Shopping and having food is another great combo. Whenever we go for a shopping, suppose we are going for the puja shopping or we are going for the wedding shopping, the first thing we decide, where are we going? Oh, we are going there. So we are going to have this food. So before we make the list what we are going to buy, we make the list what we are going to have. In the next one, I'm going to show you the new trains of Kolkata, the food trucks. Whenever we go to a place like New Market or Sham Bazaar or Gariahat or College Street, over there nowadays we can see that this type of food trucks are there who brings the food and who prepares the food. You just go over there, order the food within 10 to 15, maximum 10 minutes. And if it's raining or something, then take a little bit more time, or if it's more crowded, 15 minutes. You have your food ready, and the hot, lovely, delicious cuisines are there for you. In the next one, I'm going to show you some of the more streets from Kolkata, which are popular because of the shops. This is one of the oldest street shop of Kolkata, the Mochak, which is in the College Street area. Next one, just a few years after the Mochak, is the Putida. And here you can see the three generation, the grandchild with the granny and the mom. She came here to buy the sweets. So that's Putidam in the College Street area. And then after the walk, we need a little bit drinks. So we have to go to Paramount. In the next slide, I'm going to take you to Paramount to have the shortboat or the cold drinks over there. All the famous personalities across India and even the international famous personalities, they just come here to have the cold drinks. So in the next one, I'm going to take you to a shop and you have to identify what is this. Can you identify this one? No. Okay, let me give you the details. Now, this is one of the telebhaja shop. During the beginning of the 20th century, this person used to sell the telebhaja. And the freedom fighters at that time, they used to meet in this type of local tea shops or the snack shop so that they can exchange their plans. And he used to sell them. And once Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose got the telebhaja of this shop, and he liked the telebhaja. When the owner of the shop came to know that, he was so happy, he was elated. And from 1945 onwards, to commemorate the birthday and to show his respect towards Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, every year on his birthday on 23rd January, the family members now they distribute till that time till now they are doing that. They serve the tele bhaja free of cost till 5 o'clock in the evening. So that's the Lokhinara and Shao tele bhaja shop, or popularly known as the Netaji tele bhaja. In the next one, I'm going to show you some more lassi and snack shops from the different parts of the city. So here you can see the lassi and the snack shops. And in the next slide, you are going to see the Chinese food stall, the cake shop, the Bengali sweet shop. All are it's in a single row. So it's a peaceful coexistence of the global cuisine. That's a small Kesidas outlet. As I told you that Nobin Chandra Das invented the Rasgulla, and his son Kesidas started the shops, and that's a small outlet near the New Market area. And next is the next slide, you are going to see the Bartram Street area over there, the burger and the T Junction and all the other shops are there. In the next one, you can see the Indian and the Western foods together in the upcoming slide. Here you can see that's the Indians things are there. The cake shop is there, burgery is there, the tea junction is there. That's a favorite snacks of the street of Kolkata, the jhalmuri and the aroma. Just yesterday, I was having a word with one of my senior, and he told me, I was crossing the road, and the flavor of the jhalmuri felt me that I need to have something munching. And in the next one, you will see a person is preparing the chaat and the jhalmuri over there. And after this slide, you will see a lady holding that jhalmuri in her hand. And after all this tangy, spicy thing, you need to cool down your mouth. So, in the next slide, I'm going to show you how the girls they enjoy the ice cream on the streets of Kolkata. Over there, you can see. In the next slide, you are going to see the fresh fruit juice shop. Usually, you get all sorts of fresh fruit juice throughout the year, but mango is basically for the summer only. In the next one, you are going to see the roll and the momo shop. So, you can see the Calcutta street food. And now, let me take a break over here. Mohan's Garam Kochuri. And this is the Hing Kochuri or the Asafoetida. As soon as you go to this kachori shop, you can smell the asafoetida or the hing, and they serve the four kachori along with pickle and sabji. And I showed you that Putiram one. Over there, they serve the kachori with the hot kachori with the cold chana dal. In the next slide, you're going to see Onadi Kebin, which is more popular for the Moglai paratha. So that's the Onadi Cabin opposite to Metropolitan Building over there, and you can have that over there. In the next slide, you are going to have the Kesida's main outlet at the Esplanade Crossing. If you come to Kolkata, then you must visit the Esplanade area, and over there is the Kesida's shop is there. And in the next slide, you will find the heaven of the food lovers in Kolkata. That's a Chinese uh, street food shops are there. And then the heaven of the Calcutta street food, the Daker's Lane. And inside the Daker's Lane, you have got so many street food shops are there. Over there, that boy is needing the flowers, so you can see the employment generation over there. And on these people, the family depends. And in the next one, you will see the bread butter, omelette, and the tea shops next to each other. After this, hold your breath. I'm going to take you to Chittada's shop. That's a famous Chittada's shop from distance. And here the people they're getting ready for the day. Early in the morning they start storing water, preparing, cutting, chopping, all the things happen. So in the next slide, you are going to visit the famous Chittada's shop. That's a famous Chittada's shop. In the next slide, you are going to view another view of the Chittada's shop. In the next one, people are choosing what type of food they are going to have from the stall. And here you can see momo, chow and the tea stall. Bread butter, bakery biscuit, cake, all are together. And in the next slide, you can see people are chatting and having food. In the next slide, you are going to see the Malpua and Jalebi. Over there, you can see they have deep fried them, put them in the sugar syrup, and now they are ready for the sale. In the next slide, you will see how the man he prepares the shingara or the samosa. So that's a shingara in preparation. Over there, the oil is getting heated up. And in the next slide, you are going to see how the samosa or the shingara are fried. And in the next one, you will see on the top of a pan, hot pan, they have kept the samosa and the kachori and the aloo tikka so that whenever someone comes, they can serve. In the next one, I'm going to show you the roll preparation. So on the side of the pan, you can see a ready paratha or parota, crispy paratha, and here he is preparing the paratha. And in front of him, all the kebabs are there, the paneer and the other kebabs are there. And the next one, we have tasted so many things. We have to cleanse our mouth. We have to fill the next thing. So we have got the sweet pan or the mishti pan. So that is the end of my PPT, but not the end of my talk because we have seen so many things here. And now I'm going to sum up the whole thing. Street food business is a lot easier to start because with a very small amount of your budget you can start this, and because you start with a very small amount, it's affordable and competitive price, and it's a good source of employment for many people. There is hardly any expensive rent or running cost compared to a restaurant. This saves the establishment cost, and that's why it reduces the price of the food drastically, and which makes it affordable and attractive option against the expensive restaurant foods to common people. The street foods unite the different culture. It gives you the authentic taste of the place as well as of the global cuisine, and it's a easy pocket pinch. You don't have to spend so much money from your pocket. The liveliness of the food streets and the vibrance of the food streets make it so colorful. It catches the attention of every segment of the society. And it breaks a barrier when a rich person and a poor person having the food side by side, and it binds the local communities together. The street foods protect the traditional recipe that runs through ancestry lines. Many vendors aren't there living through the sales of these street foods. This is the main source of income for their families. Street food vendors belong to unorganized sectors. They are the informal sectors, but they contribute substantial amount of money to the economy of Kolkata, West Bengal, India. If we talk about the local number, total number of local vendors, approximately 2 lakh. And in India, approximately 1 crore street vendors are there, and they meet the hunger of the students, to the working class, to the middle, moderate people, to the rich people. Because when you are on the streets, you are feeling hungry, then you can choose. There are lots of options are available on the streets of Kolkata. And as I already told you, that this is the cheapest available quality food in any metropolitan city of India. Because of the growing food interest of the street foods and becoming one of the most interesting part of the tourism sector. So the street food now becomes, or the food becomes one of the main segment of the tourism industry. So this was my small effort to give you a taste of the tastes of Kolkata. And I hope you like this presentation, and we are going to make the bucket list of coming to Calcutta and to enjoy all these mouth-watering snacks and the sweets. And thank you for giving me this chance to present this webinar in front of you. Let me thank Ministry of Tourism and Deco Apna Desh platform for giving me this chance. And thanks to ADG ma'am who started this webinar so that we can showcase the different parts of India to the other parts of India as well as to the global platform. And I would like to thank Motushi ma'am and the team GeoMate who helped me a lot for this presentation. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thanks,
Thank
Lina.
you.
Thanks for the wonderful presentation. And as you already mentioned that the street foods are, the mirror of the society, which can show the richness, the depth of the culture. And when you go to Bengal, you go to Kolkata, the streets are really full of the street food. So many delicious and very difficult to choose. What because you cannot eat everything. So it's a
Actually,
really
the
always
streets
it's a
are full of wonder. The
full
streets
of
today, like,
wonder.
the full of wonder, and it's like, I mean, you can't. I mean, the combo of twist of taste, creativity, and emotions. So it's endless. If you go to
Endless.
Calcutta and you try, I mean, that streets starting from North Calcutta, if you go to the Shakir Bazaar, then Center Calcutta, you go to New Market, then you come to South Kolkata, you go to Goria Hat. I mean, you just go there, explore your shopping and eating. It's like deadly combo. Yes, sir, over to you. Sorry for interruption.
And it was really a wonderful presentation. And Lina is always, the gem of Tourist Guide Federation of India. She is the best speaker. You give any topic, and she present it very well. And the same time, I was watching that the Makesh Bala Krishnan, Makesh ji, she was also he was also helping to Lina ji, and also I think Sanjeev ji was also helping to Lina ji. So it was a complete team. So thanks to Sanjeev ji and the Makesh ji as well. So it was a wonderful presentation, and many people I think they will go to Kolkata. Lina, your friend Kusum, she is asking when we are going to Kolkata because now I cannot stop myself. So, so like that, I don't think only.
Lina Di, I would like to ask you one question.
Lena Di, you are on mute.
Lina Di, are you audible? Lina Di, I think she
No,
has
Lena Di on
got this.
mute. Lena Di, can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
Lina, unmute yourself, please.
So I wanted to say that anytime you can come to
I think
you can
she's
come to
facing some
Calcutta
network problem.
anytime. And then you can take me or any of my colleagues who can help you to explore. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear
Ajay
you.
ji, can you
Yes,
hear
Lena.
me? So I was telling that you can come to Calcutta anytime. I can help you to explore the city, the street foods, as well as I will help you to choose the foods out of the big platter because I could choose only a bit of the street food. I could not accommodate each and everything. One of my favorite chana batora I could not include in that. I could not include the other pakoras are there on the streets of Calcutta, or I could not take you to the aloo paratha shop near the Indian Museum in the Southern Street area. So there are lots of mouth-watering snacks are there. So you have to come to Calcutta, and not only you, but everyone. I would like to invite you to Calcutta. Either have me or any of the qualified one who can help you to explore the city. So we, the regional level guides, or the Incredible India tourist guides are there to help you in that endeavor.
Thank you, Lina. Thanks a lot.
So thank you, Lina Di,
Thanks a lot.
and thank you,
Thank you
Makesh
so
ji, for
much.
the time presentation, and thank you, Sanjeev ji. Thank you, Ajay sir,
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks.
and thank you, Smriti from GeoMate. This is the first time we are using this platform. Thank you very much.
Uh,
So,
Thank you, Motashi ma'am, Ajay sir, Lena Di, and I'll ensure whatever the initial glitches you faced, next week onwards, you will not see it.
okay.
Now we learn.
No,
Learning, I mean, first stage is always it's a bit difficult, but then it went well. It was perfect. So with that, again it's a Saturday, and we have done with our session, and we had got lot of things to do since we have seen so many food. So we should try some of them at home now. It's the right time because it's a holiday, and it's the starting
Yeah.
of the weekend. So everyone here, thank you for joining us. I could see 86 people are watching right now. So thank you very much, and thank you for being with us for the entire session. And next week again, we will come with a new topic, new content, new speaker. So till then, be safe, drink lot of water, and see you soon. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.
Namaste and bye.
namaste.
Namaste, everyone.